see daisy dangles in your future. Hey guys, welcome back to Libby No Niche. I'm Libby, and today we're going to be making these super cute daisy dangle earrings out of polymer clay. I'm literally obsessed. This is perfect for summer, spring, whatever, anytime really. Anytime you want to have some flowers dangling from your ears sounds like a great time to me. So if it's your first time, welcome and thank you for joining us today. Please subscribe to my channel so that you never miss a video, and like this video. It helps me out a lot, and let me know in the comments what you think if it was your first time. If you have been a Libby No Niche fam member, thank you so much for supporting the dream of building the most fun, awesome art community on the internet literally ever. And follow me on all my socials at Libby No Niche and let me know what you guys are up to, what you're creating lately. Anyways, let's get started. So many clays, so little time. So this is the cutter we're using today. How cute is this cute little flower? Love it. The most important thing about getting your space set up for doing any polymer clay work is cleaning it and cleaning it and cleaning it some more. So I'm using alcohol and I'm gonna run it through my clay roller a bunch of different times. Look at that, ew. And on different size settings to really get in there so that I don't get any of that clay that's left in there on my white clay. Which white clay is very scary to work with because you can see anything that gets on it. And I'm using the Craft Smart, which is the Michael's store brand. That is the closest just off brand to Sculpting Primo, which is what I primarily use. So I'm just conditioning the clay here, getting it ready to go through the pasta roller. That is so important so that it cures nicely and it doesn't become brittle. The reason you have to roll the clay through the pasta roller or just roll it out a bunch is because although it may look like it's all mixed together properly, it actually needs to be smushed together multiple times like a dough so that it bakes correctly. The secret weapon, cornstarch. So I'm using the clay cutter, basically like a cookie cutter here, and I dip it in the cornstarch so that it doesn't get clay stuck in all of the intricate details. Pretty much every time I'm using the clay and I'm really pushing it into the tile with the cutter to try to get a nice clean clay peel. It's as good as it's gonna get, you know? So here I'm just patting everybody down onto the tile because I'm actually going to bake the clay on these tiles. I'm using my X-Acto blade, which be very careful with these, but to save me time later after everything bakes, I'm gonna have to sand it. See all those little crusty guys right there? So if I use the X-Acto blade, I can actually get ahead of the problem and just get rid of them ahead of time. Here I'm taking a big fluffy brush to get any cornstarch residue off of the clay, and again cleaning up with alcohol because you know I have 2 dogs and the chance of something getting on the clay while I'm working is very likely. What the colors! So I'm using the cookie dough shade that I used for my Christmas earrings and yellow that I used from another previous project that I can't think of at this particular moment to make this perfect yellow for the center dots of the flowers. I use this saran wrap over the clay every time that I do these little dot tools because I feel like with anything that's really small, it's very likely for it to get stuck in the cutter. So if I use the saran wrap, it'll just get stuck to the saran wrap and that's fine. So I'm just adding little yellow dots to the middle of every flower. And then I got this crazy idea to add chalk pastels to add just a little extra dimension and some oomph to really bring out the design with the cutter with the flowers. I'm taking a medium brown, if you will, and I'm just adding dimension to the center of the flowers and adding some shading around the middle stamen. There you can see what it looked like with just the white and the yellow, and then you can see how it looks with adding that additional shading. I think it looks pretty cute. This takes way longer than you would think. You're like stamping the pastel into the clay, but it's cool because like with white clay you can make it whatever color you want, and then I use yellow as the base just to like kind of give that brown something to enhance. And now I was like, I want to bring some more brightness and lightness to these earrings, so I went in with the yellow chalk pastel, and I'm just adding that around the edges. I feel like it really brightens them up and just brings this white earring look more to life. And time for these bad boys to go in the oven. So I just follow the instructions on my clay and bake them accordingly. Check them out. They baked, they are cured properly, and they are definitely stuck to the tile. So I'm using my blade just to kind of get them off. Some of them get really stuck on there, huh? My favorite tool, my little hand drill. So I have a sanding pad that I just have attached here, and see why I went in with the X-Acto knife, because like how annoying would it be to have to sand all those crusties away right now? So I'm just going in and pretty much just touching up everybody and making sure everything is nice and smooth around the edges. And now I'm using my drill attachment on here so that I can drill the holes to attach the hardware. Like way more clay comes out when you're drilling these little tiny holes than you would ever think. So I make sure that I start the hole while the clay is flat, and then once I have it started and going, I pick it up and make sure that the drill bit can go through nicely so that I have the dangle movement that I am looking for. And here I'm just cleaning up all the clay bits that came out when we were drilling with a wet paper towel and then setting them aside so that I can assemble them. Hey, look at that. Jump rings and hoop 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 hoops. And I like to use pliers as hands. That's just how I prefer to do it. So I like to have two different ones, one to hold the jump ring and then the other one to close it. So I just measured with like different jump ring sizes to see which one would be best for this project, and I ended up using the largest jump ring to attach the flowers to each other, again because I want to make sure that they have movement. I want to give them plenty of space to do that. I'm like checking on the movement every time I add a new piece. And add in the hoop-de-hoop. Ta-da! How stinking cute. I'm obsessed. And then just do that a bunch more times and then you'll have a bunch of earrings. If you've seen any of my videos before, you know that I like to make my own earring cards. I also do like watercolor art, acrylic painting, etc., etc., etc. So this is fun for me, and it's like relaxing and low pressure that I get to paint my watercolor earring cards. So for this one, I'm just doing like some green leaves. I thought that would like complement the white flowers nicely. And and I am adding my brand name to the earring cards with stamps, and the ink that I get is archival, so like even if it got wet, it would be fine. And this is the fun part for me. I have to poke holes through all the earring cards so that I can put my earrings in there. You could use a hole punch, but why not get some extra aggression out with your pokey tool? And here we are. This is the final result. Tell me guys in the comments what you think and where you would like to wear these daisy dangles to. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. You are literally making my dreams come true. Let me know if you are following along to make these bad boys for yourself, or if you just really like them and don't feel like making them. They are for sale in my Etsy shop along with a lot of other cool stuff. LibbyNoNicheLLC.etsy.com, and follow me anywhere there's social media at LibbyNoNiche so you never miss a beat. And just remember to like and subscribe to this video and comment please, so that I know that you're here and that I'm not alone in the world. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Mwah! See you next time. Bye.